Have a seat, please.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hold on.
Judge,
Get everything
case
ready.
3122, Dean versus Dean. Thank you. Welcome.
Okay.
Ms. Dean, it
Today we're
is
going to
your
be
claim
reacting
that
to
the
stuff.
defendant owes you for a car that was stolen as a result of his negligence.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's start with you and Mr. Dean were married for the first time in what month and year?
July of 2013.
You and Mr. Dean were then divorced.
That is correct, Your Honor.
In what year?
December 12th, 2019.
You and Mr. Dean were remarried.
This is correct.
What month and year?
October 1st, 2022.
And you
Watching
separated
Judge
again,
Judy
and that
reacting to
marriage
her
was
today.
annulled in what year?
August in 2023.
Now, you purchased a car.
Correct.
In what month and year?
October of 2019.
While you were married.
We were separated at the time. We were not living together.
But you were married.
Okay, if I purchased a car,
So this automobile
you guys were
was
separated.
purchased during the course of your first marriage.
That is correct.
Do you have a copy of your divorce decree?
Yes, I do.
yeah,
And
it's
does
going.
that divorce decree award you
Actually, it's like
the
it's
automobile?
on Prime Video.
Yes, Your Honor, it does.
I'd like to take a look at it.
I'm having like a little bit of a hard time. Can you guys hear it? Bubba, can you hear it?
So you were awarded in the divorce the Jeep Cherokee.
Correct. That is correct.
And
Just making sure you guys can hear.
then
Okay.
you remarried October of
Turn it
2022.
up a little bit. Okay, we're
That's
back.
correct, Your Honor.
The Jeep
Awesome, Bubba.
Cherokee, which is the subject
I'm
of
so
this
upset today
case,
because
was
the filling of my
stolen
tooth
on
came
what
out,
date?
right?
From what Dennis told
And
me,
I gotta
the car,
go
he realized the
to
car
the
was
dentist to
stolen
get
on
it
December
figured out.
19th, 2022.
While you were still married.
Correct.
Now, you were
It really
remarried in
hurts.
October of 2022.
Yes,
And
That's why
where
I'm like
did you
holding my
live?
in Pasadena,
tooth.
What address?
780.
It's like
And you
swelling
both
up
lived there
already. Like,
together?
Yes.
Had you lived there before during your first marriage?
No.
Had you lived there while you were separated?
Yes.
When you
they removed
remarried
the
and you were living at 780, was the
vein.
plaintiff living with you?
Yes.
So she moved into your residence?
Yes.
Thanks for
So
coming,
far, is
Bubba.
that correct, Ms. Dean?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And you had no other residence?
No,
So you moved into 780.
that's correct.
Mr. Dean, until what date did Miss Dean live at 780, month and
Oh,
year?
you're so lucky, Bubba.
January of 2023.
That is false, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm not asking you anything.
Okay.
I go almost every year.
January of 2023. And what happened in January of 2023, sir?
She moved back east,
East to where?
I
North
got a
Carolina,
dentist appointment at
while
10,
we were still
so
married.
Okay.
I'll end this
The
like at
car
9:30.
was stolen
I can walk right
in
down the street to my
December.
dentist,
Yes.
which
December
is great.
14th.
December
A little too
14th,
great.
so several weeks before she left.
Yes.
Tell me the circumstances surrounding the car being stolen. First, she was going
Yes,
back east,
Yes.
and she asked you to take her to the airport?
Yes.
Just a second. Did you drive her to the airport?
Yes, I did.
On what date?
Okay.
It was a week prior to the car being stolen, which was December 7th, 6th or 7th. She asked me to
And
take her to the
Mr.
airport.
Dean, when you took her to the airport, what car did you take her with?
In the Jeep Cherokee.
Did you have another car?
Yes, I did.
Why did you take the Cherokee?
Because it was big enough to put all her luggage in.
So she asked
That's
you
good.
to.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you left for the airport,
Oh,
where
Bubba.
had Mrs. Dean spent
this
the
is-
night before?
At our residence.
At your residence
Yes.
That
together.
hurts way
Yes.
too much.
And what was the reason that she was going back east
To visit her friend in Houston.
I don't like getting my teeth pulled.
before she
I
went
told them
to
I can't
visit
lose
her
any more
friend?
teeth, so I
And
just
you
I
were
do
living
root
together
canals.
as a married couple.
Yes.
And they do.
Had she given you, or did you have any indication that she was leaving you?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
We had prior disagreements as far as where we wanted to live. She wanted me to move back east. She wanted to have another child, which I didn't feel comfortable with.
Did you have a child together?
No,
Who has children
we both do.
from prior
Like I was brushing my
relationships?
teeth,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And also
So
the
you had been
filling just
arguing.
popped out.
Yes, it was.
And I just
Okay.
You had
got
been
it
arguing.
done like
The night before
Months
she
ago.
left, you were still sharing the
Maybe
same
1 month
residence.
ago.
Yes.
So you took her to the airport
2
in
months
her
ago.
Jeep
Yes.
at her request because it fit all the luggage. And then after you took her to the airport, what did you do with the Jeep?
I parked the Jeep in a gated parking in my residence
How long was she away?
about a week.
When she was coming home, who picked her up at the airport?
I was supposed to.
And did you pick her up at the airport?
No, I did
I'm
not.
going to get it checked
because
today.
she
At
says
10
that she wasn't
10
coming
a.m.,
back
so
because her car.
I'll only be
I
on
told
for
her
like an
about her
hour and a
car being
half.
stolen, and then I
At least I
told her
get
that
seen today,
once I
so-
found out that it was stolen, I got a police report.
I still
done.
got some
So
messages
while she
maybe
was away
left
for
over
that
from that,
1
so
week,
Yes.
from the last
her
time.
car was stolen.
Yes.
And it was
But
stolen
we're just back
from
at square
where?
one, though. I
Under
spent
the
all that
gated
money to
parking
get this
of
feeling
my
that it just
residence.
popped
It
out.
was
Like,
in the
really?
gated parking?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Do you
get-
have a police report?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
It's like on the side of my tooth. Like, you can still grab me.
Here it is. Police report.
This is why I don't rent cars from like other people.
Okay.
Like,
So the car was stolen.
I want to go to like actual places.
Now I got the dates and I got
dealerships,
everything.
no.
And the car was
Always
stolen
check those
and...
reviews before
The
you.
car was stolen due to his negligence.
No, you say negligence. The car was stolen out of a gated area. First of all, even if it was stolen as a result of his negligence, you don't get your money.
Dean claims her ex-husband,
There you go.
Dennis Dean, is responsible for
Nah,
car payments
I was just trying to see
after
what
the vehicle
full
was
screen looked
stolen
like.
due to his negligence.
That's medium.
Let me ask you
screen.
this question. I'm going to maybe phrase it differently. My husband is trying to be helpful, and there's a leak in the faucet in our kitchen that has just been redone. And I said, well, I have to call somebody to fix this little leak. It's dripping, and I don't want it to get any worse.
There's default.
And my husband said,
Okay.
you don't have to call anybody. I have my toolkit right here. I'm going to fix it.
Right,
He's
like
a lawyer.
for my first
So,
car ever, I
plumbing. But he goes under
had
the
my
sink
dad
and he
suggest a
jiggles and
place
jiggles
cars
and
for
turns
years, you
things,
know.
and there's a flood.
He mentioned car
And it not
key.
only floods out the
I got a
kitchen,
nice
but it
little car from
floods
Car King.
the apartment below. And I say, get out. I don't want to know you anymore. You're always doing things like this. You think my husband's responsible if the house is in my name? Get out of here.
Get out of here. Get out of here. There you go. Yes, I like to test it out, see if it's working.
Can I
Okay.
explain my situation or what happened, Your Honor?
I'm using like
please?
my actual
You
keyboard.
can. So now you have about 2 minutes to tell me your theory of the case.
When he did take me to the place, I did tell
Not the place, to the
to
airport.
the airport. I did tell him not to move my vehicle, not to drive my vehicle. He moved my
Right.
vehicle
If I could
because he
fix
has
my
an
own
unregistered
vehicle, I would
vehicle
just
that is
fix
in
my own vehicle.
previous divorce decree. And he uses that vehicle. He switches out his infinity plates to drive that vehicle to and from work.
But
I
that's
told
the
him
rub-
not to, I told him not to move my vehicle because I know he likes to move that car.
He
So
talks
he
too
told the
much.
police officers who rides back and forth the street doesn't
That's
see
not
it.
true.
And when he moved my vehicle,
not true.
he left the keys inside my car. My car cannot start without a push start. So he
That's-
took out the
Oh.
garage opener.
Don't worry.
And the reason why is because they were doing maintenance work
I'll
at
add
his
my
apartment
tea
complex at the
time,
time where the gate was left
tomorrow.
open
Wait, no,
overnight.
I won't be in
That's
tomorrow,
how
I'm
my
sorry.
car got stolen because the lady who did
I'm
take
getting
my
a
car,
hairplate.
she had access to easily get inside of it, and the keys
I
were
can
inside
come in
my vehicle to
before
where
that.
she was able to steal
Yeah,
it.
Think
I'll
about
do my tea time.
my
I'll do it
husband, who I'm
tomorrow.
fighting with all the time, fixing
Then
the
I can play
sink and
games.
causing a flood in an apartment or a house that
what's
is
the- I'm
mine.
losing track
I
of the
can't
days.
sue him.
What's the date?
But it sounds to me, from what
Wednesday?
you tell me, that you knew
Yeah,
he'd
today's
been playing
Wednesday.
around with license plates
Wednesday's
while you were still
therapy.
together. That's what you just told me. That's
I'll
what
do
he
tea
does.
time and
No,
then
that's not true.
Shh. Listen to me, sir. It may not be true, but
I'll
that's
tell
what
you
you
all
just
my
told me.
tea.
It's in text
Oh,
messages, so
That's
that's true.
That's what you just told me.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. You have no case against him. It's unfortunate that your car was stolen and it was found, I understand.
Yes,
but it
it
was
was.
found
Total.
totaled.
Total.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Well,
sucks.
that's not his fault. Case is dismissed. We're done.
Thanks.
This court is adjourned.
Man, bro.
I told him not to drive it, not to move my car, because I know that's what he did. He did it anyway.
Well,
so my
flex
car got
those
stolen.
locks.
I didn't leave the key in the car. Actually, I had put it in my bag
These
and took
are
it
more
upstairs.
like-
But
unruly
She just
hair
went with
right
that
now.
because that's all she had on.
I just hope that I never have to see him again.
I just
I used
want
to have,
peace
like,
and just to be left
cornrows.
alone and get back to my regular life.
Can you
My
imagine
natural
how
hair is
the
very
courts would be
curly,
flooded
tight curl,
with
like it's,
lawsuits
as
if
soon as water
married
hits it,
people could
it just
sue each
frizzes
other
up.
for negligence?
Be more backed up than it
They
is
have
right
like
now.
4C
It
hair.
would put a complete stop to the justice system.
Yeah.
Anyway, it
I
was
don't even think that in this case he was negligent. I mean, there was debate as to whether or not he left the keys in the car. That could be viewed as a little bit negligent.
Yeah, that
they
is
were a
very
married couple
negligent.
who cohabited
People are,
together until
human.
a couple of days before the car was stolen. And the place where he lived, evidently,
are
which was
human,
under construction, somebody left the gate open. Well, that's the person who she ought to sue for leaving the gate open, but not.
Just making sure everything's working right. Okay. Interesting.
Her husband.
That,
Ridiculous.
I was
oh, your sister
coming
would get
from
cornrows.
being
Let's get
chased.
boxers.
There was no
Boxers are
speeding
really
car
nice. I like the way they
following
look
you.
on
They should have
men.
been right behind you.
Very
I
clean. I
turned,
love that.
so, and I guess maybe they kept going straight.
I guess not.
This is Judy Justice.
I hope they can get me in right away for a
Andre
film, girl.
Skates is suing motorist Melissa LaChapelle for vehicle and property damage.
Court come to order.
Vehicle and property.
All rise.
Have a seat, please.
Judge, case 3132, Skates versus La Chapelle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Miss LaChapelle, I'm going to start with you because this case is relatively simple. You hit his parked car and moved it from the street where it was by virtue of the force of the hit onto somebody else's lawn.
Yes, ma'am.
And the date that you did that was May 1st of last year. What time of the day?
I believe it was in the afternoon.
What do you mean you believe it was in the afternoon? How many times have you hit a parked car?
My first
Well, then I would know what time it was. Approximately what time was it on May 1st?
around 2, 3 o'clock.
In the afternoon.
Yes.
Where were you coming from?
I was coming from
I
being
would like to turn box
chased.
sprays
Where were you coming
again.
from?
Prior to the accident, I was just sitting in a parked car. So I was driving and I had a conference call come in, so I just pulled over. So I
I used to
don't
do
You pulled over
Grace
randomly.
when I was
and
younger.
Parked where?
I love those
on
so much.
Florence and Western.
How far is that from where you
It would
hit his
last a long
parked car?
time too.
Maybe about a couple of miles.
Did it take you 5 minutes to get there? 10 minutes to get there? How long were you traveling?
15 minutes.
So you were driving for 15 minutes from the time your car was parked until you got to where you hit his car.
Yes, ma'am.
And what kind of car were you driving?
A Dodge Journey.
Was it your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Was it totaled as
Dodge
a result
Journey.
of this accident?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you're going to tell me the story that you're going to tell me about the circumstances surrounding your hitting his parked car.
Well, on September 16th of 2022, I had a hair appointment. I showed up at my hairdresser and there was no show, no call. So moving forward, I set an appointment with another young lady in the salon and I got my hair done. And so when I reached to make the payment to pay her, I came across being scammed. So I explained to
Came
her,
across being,
scam, like someone hacked my bank account for the funds.
okay, and you have proof of that from your bank.
Thank God I've never had anything
No,
like that happen.
I do not have
So,
that.
so the
My
answer
bank
is,
account.
just
Gotta
a
be
second.
careful
So the
nowadays,
answer is, you do not have any proof as to the
Hackers are
beginning of this story.
Running
No,
on block
I
and
have
they're
no
not
proof of the
tapped,
bank
shit, and
account
no-
being hacked.
Well, but you showed the hairdresser, according to you, that your bank account had been hacked. That's why you couldn't pay her. Well, I'm
Oh,
just
Bubba, that's
asking you for
funny.
proof of that.
No, I don't have it on me.
So you
I
don't
got
have
these
it.
in there.
Well, that's easy enough to get. Your bank account was hacked. We're not talking about 30 years ago. We're talking about a year and a half ago. So you would have had that if the story you're giving me is true. What's the name of the hairdresser? Have you ever used her since?
No, never.
No. What was the name of the hairdresser that you had an appointment with that you didn't see that day? Have you seen her since?
Not since the incident of wrecking his car. I seen her on that day.
So you haven't seen either the person you were supposed to see or the person you stiffed in September of 2022,
No.
right? And then allegedly, on the day of this incident, you saw one of them?
Yes.
Yes. As you were sitting in a parked car where you had randomly pulled over to make a conference call. I'm just following the story. And then what you said in your answer was these people started to chase you.
They started to vandalize and attack me in my car first.
So you took off.
Yes.
Now, you had been on a conference call. Did you stop the conference call?
I just dropped the phone.
The answer is you stopped the conference call.
Yes.
But you still had your phone.
Yes.
And somebody was chasing you, according to you, for 15 minutes in your car where you were with your phone. Just want to know that.
Yes, ma'am.
Someone was chasing you.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a lot of baloney. Okay, so you hit
Just
his
call it out
car.
just like it is.
And this was a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass, is that right?
Yes.
That you had been working on, restoring. Now, when had you purchased it?
I purchased it in, when did I purchase that? It was
Just a second, the questions get harder. When had you purchased it? A month before, a week before, a year before?
2.5 years ago.
When you purchased the car, who did you purchase it from?
I don't have his last name, but I have it in my phone. But his name was Jose, and he was from San Diego, and that's where I purchased it from.
And how much did you pay
Please
him
tell
for the
me as an
car?
I
actual
paid him
dealer.
$10,000 for it.
And you also have proof of that.
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
Me too.
Well, I don't have to put that, I don't think I brought the bill of sale with me though. That sucks. I know you needed that.
That's why I wouldn't even
I got the bill of sale.
trust like
I don't have the bill of
dealers
sale.
from eBay or
Hold on.
Craigslist or
Hold on.
Facebook.
That date.
No.
Go down.
Yes or no, sir? That's a very easy thing. Don't waste my
What's with
time
the
here if
actual
you don't have
dealership?
a bill of
Like,
sale on
Honda-
your phone.
Honda-
I don't have it in my phone. but
Okay,
Go to-
very good.
go to
And
the
you don't
actual
have it
dealership.
there.
They
Okay.
do have cheap cars on the lot. At least it'll be to the dealership.
Andre
So if something
Shakes
does happen, they can
claims
be held
motorist
responsible.
Melissa LaChapelle owes for damages.
If I had known what I know
after
now
Melissa
about
struck his
cars,
classic
I mean, I love my
Oldsmobile
wife,
Cutlass.
but
Melissa says
I wish
she
I would've
was
gotten that
fleeing
same
from
car
a
from the actual
dangerous
dealership.
situation.
Now, you say that you were notified that your car
Right.
was hit. You were either on
No
your
bill
way
of
to
sale.
or from work. What kind of work do you do?
how's that even
Security.
possible?
And you left your house. I assume it's a private house. Do you rent or do you own?
He's a security
rent.
guard too.
How
We
much do you
should know
pay in
that.
rent?
$1,000.
Let me stop.
To
Maybe
whom?
those-
The landlord.
How do you pay him?
I pay him through Cash App.
And you were driving to work. Is that right?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. What kind of
Go
car
to the
do you have?
dealership and get it from
2008 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT.
Do you have a note on the car? Or do you owe it free and clear?
Yes, I do have a note on it.
And you pay for
Right,
your
but what
car
does this car have
payment
to do with,
from a bank
the
account,
case?
right?
Yes.
I'd like to see your bank account where you paid $10,000 for this car.
Oh, you'd like to see it? Oh.
Oh, yeah, I want to see that. Because I assume if I said, could I see a check for the $10,000, you don't have a check.
No, because I
No,
pay cash.
just a second. Well, you don't count.
Because this allows me to see, like, everybody. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're back.
Yes,
Right?
yes. And you don't want to
I'll
carry
pay
that
the
much.
car payment. So that's the way your
It's
generation,
like a chef
not
in
mine,
that jacket.
but your generation pay things. They walk over to a machine and they go like this with their phone, and it's paid. So you pay your other bills that way, sir. So you don't walk around with cash. I want to see where you had $10,000 in the bank 2 years ago.
I know you're going to ask me that. Okay.
You want to see a
Right.
photo?
Yeah. Okay, Audubon Classics. So tell me how much this is. Oldsmobile Cutlass. Okay.
So they
Did
range.
that really
There's some
worth
that are
$10,000?
Like 28,000 that I've seen that are fully restored.
I know it's an old
and then
car,
there's
but
some like this one was 22,000.
so that's way more. It's
And then there's
This is the
20,000.
81, yeah.
Yeah, but then there are some that were not restored that I saw for about 8 or 9,000.
Not
Oh,
restored.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. While he's looking, you have a copy of the police report?
No, we didn't have a
He needs
police
to do
report because no one was.
his research.
That's not
first
why you don't
before
have
he
a
looks in
police
the car
report
and start
on
buying
that
them.
kind of an
So
accident.
you're not getting cheated
Could've
out
killed
of
somebody.
money. You know?
Okay, Mr. Skates, let's go. Do you have it or do you not have it?
Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
pretty sure I have it.
Fully
It's just-
restored
it was
are
2 years ago, so I got to
expensive.
go all the way back.
Well, you should have had it with you. You're suing her for $10,000. So all I want to see is how much you paid for the car. You say you paid $10,000.
He's having
You
a hard
don't have
time
a bill
coming
of
up with
sale.
it.
I just want to see where you had $10,000 in the bank, and then it was paid out to Jose. You do understand, Mr. Skates, that would be
Well, this
on
is
you.
what you're here
You have a
for.
whole bunch of papers there. You do not have a bill of sale on the car. You don't have any proof of what you paid for the car except your word that you paid $10,000 for it. It's very easy to go back and get those records. We're not talking about 30 years ago.
No.
I know. You got a whole
Don't
lot
you
of
have an
papers there
email?
that are irrelevant. And your insurance company, according to you,
bank
valued the car
statement?
at $3,500 and paid
I have my
you
actual
because
bill
you
of
did
sale
have
in like a
insurance
folder
on
in
it.
my house,
Yes.
man.
So all I want to see is what you paid for it.
That's stuff that you'd never throw away, bro.
Just a second. You have a video of this accident?
Yeah, I do.
Keep looking.
Okay. All right.
It's
Do you
just
have a
so rude.
video
Like, I
of
love
this
it.
accident?
Yes, I do.
Play it.
Like, bro,
I
you
want to see what the car looked like.
Oh my goodness. Whoa. That's what it looked like. Looks like a rich neighborhood, too.
Play it one more time.
Really, Judy? You need to say it again.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. I'm just looking, by the way, Miss LaChapelle, for the people who are chasing you. Because now you hit the car.
Right,
They
I
should
don't
have
see
been right
nobody.
behind you. They were chasing you, right?
Exactly. I
I'm
think
looking
you
at
just
this, and now you're all slowed
so
down because you fit a car. I
ill-prepared.
don't see one car pass by there. Not a one.
Correct.
Yes, correct. Of course, it's correct.
I turned
Right, all he had to do
so,
was
and
bring the
they,
copy and
I
bring it
guess
to
maybe
court,
they
right?
kept going straight, and then that's when I had the accident.
I guess not. Okay.
It's not.
Mr. Skates, I want to tell you, your exercise in exploring your phone to find proof that you paid $10,000 for this car is going nowhere. Got it?
Yes.
Now,
Got it?
you insured the car, correct? This old car, because it was going to have value once you restored it.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Restored, the average price is about $10,000. That's what Sarah tells me, correct?
It ranges, but I could find a couple if you want.
No, it ranges 9, 10, 11. It can go anywhere around that amount, but that's fully
Depends
restored.
on the type of
right?
car.
Well, restored means like when that's mint condition. Like, 'cause when it's in mint condition, that's how much it would go for, like 9 or 10,000. But the features that were on the car were extra couple little features that people like on those cars, which is the stick in the floor and the
So you
T-top.
paid $10,000 for the car.
features
It would be
that
way
are on
more than
there that
$10,000.
I
people
have
like on.
no idea, sir. Show me what the car looked like before she hit it.
There we go, right here.
Who takes pictures of the car before
This is the
crashing?
one
They
with the
don't expect
rims.
that. But I do. I took pictures of my car. Actually, okay, I didn't take pictures, but the dealership took pictures and sent me
Oh,
the
that's
car.
good looking.
Yeah,
Now,
get
when you
pictures of
bought
the
the
car before
sir,
you bought it.
was it running? Were you able to drive it
Those would
back
pass,
from
wouldn't it,
Jose's?
Bubba?
No, I had to get it towed.
So when you bought
At
it, it
least
was
50K,
not
right?
running.
No.
So you didn't pay $10,000 for it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I don't believe that, sir. There's
Probably
one
with
car
tax.
available for sale that's a 1981 Oldsmobile Cutlass that's drivable, that's $5,100, not fully restored. That's today.
That's why I was saying the features that it has on
I
it.
don't care about the features. You bought a non-running car that had to be restored to running so that you could resell it. You hoped for a profit, but there's no way you spent $10,000 on the car, because then if you were putting in all new parts and restoring it, you would never be able to recoup your money.
Yes, you can.
No.
Can I explain? Because I put a lot of money into it, and the resale value once.
Just a second.
Okay.
So,
I'll
so
tell you one
far, I
thing,
don't
Judge
believe
Judy.
that you paid $10,000
People
for
sell
it.
shit
not
for whatever
running.
they want to sell
Now
it
you're
for.
going to show me what you put
And
into
there's
the
people out
car.
there that don't know no better, and
You
they'll
see, if you
still
told me
pay.
the truth, sir, and if the insurance company only paid you $3,500, I would have.
I know Judge Judy's saying that it wasn't worth 10 grand, but if a Jose wanted to sell it for $10,000, he's gonna sell it for $10,000. It doesn't matter what it should be going for. People are gonna sell stuff for whatever they want to sell it for, and I've been guilty of doing that too. Like with certain BTS stuff, I was reselling it, or my Tamagotchis, they go for like 60 to 70. Sometimes I sell it for more, sometimes I sell it for less, depending on what's the word? I get attached to the stuff. So like for memory value, I'll sell it a little bit more. Also, you sell it more because the site takes a certain percentage from that sale too. So you might, overcharge to make probably the right proper profit back from it. Am I right about that, Bubba?
Paid you what the value of a non-running car would be, plus everything that you put into it, less the $3,500 that the insurance company paid you for it. So if you have everything that
Right,
you
he's
put
not
into it, the only
100%.
thing you don't have is what
He's
you
going
paid
about it all
for it.
wrong.
Am I correct?
Yes,
Right.
you're correct on that part.
Okay.
Exactly,
So
at least
now let me see
5K.
what you put into
Minimum.
it.
Depending on how bad it was.
Trace Gates has accused motorist Melissa LaChapelle of crashing into his classic Oldsmobile Cutlass. Melissa claims she was being chased by another vehicle.
Exactly, that's
Now,
what I thought.
all of your receipts for the car parts that you purchased total $9,393. Less the $3,500 that you were paid by your insurance leaves just for the parts alone $58.93. Even if you paid $5,000 for the car, you're at $10,000. Do you understand?
Yes.
So if you would given me a figure that I understood, because right now you want me to believe that a man who works very hard in security paid $10,000 for the car and $10,000 for parts.
Yes.
And the average range for the car is
Between 9 and 18.
between 9 and 18,000
Yes. That's what
to buy a restored car, and you've already put in $20,000 in the car before you sold it. And I don't even know if it was ready to be sold. Do you understand?
That's how much I was going to sell it for. It was like $20,000. That's what I was trying to explain.
Just so I understand that. You've already, if you want me to believe, sir, that you bought the car for 10, you're already at 20. So even if you sold the car for its highest price, which is 20, you'd be breaking even. That's not what you bought it for.
I don't think he was
You
playing
bought it
stuff
to
right.
make money.
No, I bought it
Okay.
to keep it actually because it was a
He'll
sentimental.
kick himself later,
I bought it
watch.
to keep it because this was something that I wanted to have for a while because this was something that was kind of sentimental to me because we all used to ride these cars when I was younger, so it was something that I kind of enjoyed and liked, and I wanted to keep it. I wasn't planning on selling it right away once I finished.
How old are you?
44.
So what you're telling me
does
is
not look
you remember
44.
driving around in this car when you were 2 years old.
No, in my 20s.
Crack on crack, bro.
You know, I want to introduce you both to the truth. Hello, how are you? I understand
What's
who
wrong with her
you are.
case,
Thank
though?
you very much. Okay,
Let's live in
Mr.
touch on
Skates,
touch on hers.
you owed some money from her, even though you've inflated some figures. She owes you some money. Do you have any reports from the police on this?
I have the vehicle incident report.
I'd like to see it.
Gotta be careful with that inflation. Like if it doesn't make sense, you could get in trouble for that. People might call you out
Can I
and get
see
mad
just
too.
the proof from your insurance company, please, of what they paid you out on the car? And her insurance paid you, is that right?
No.
Was your insurance?
Oh, you said my insurance? Yeah, my insurance paid me, not her.
Why didn't you? Hey,
Her insurance paid me. Mm-mm.
put your phone down.
Here's a-
Oh, I have it on my email. Or
Why
just-
didn't your insurance pay him out?
I didn't have insurance. I
mumble.
was switching my insurance policy to a new company,
Oh,
and I got
so
into
just
an
a second.
accident.
So when there was a traffic report, you told the police you had AAA insurance because that's what's in the report.
No, they asked me for my information, and that's what I told them.
Well,
But
I said that's what you told them. You told them that you had insurance and AAA was your insurance company.
Well,
and that's a lie.
the paperwork
Just a
that I
second.
had.
That's
Play
a
is
lie.
insurance.
You told them that you had insurance and you didn't have
thought it was like
insurance.
for, like, old
and there was
people or
no
something.
speeding car following you.
I did
I
not
mean,
tell
it's
them
not
I
rude
had
and stuff.
insurance. I told them the truth, that the same thing I told you.
No, you didn't, because then they would have given you a summons for driving your car without insurance if you created
hope he
kind
wins
of an
the
accident.
case.
Did they give you a summons? No.
No.
Okay.
Judge Judy's very fair.
Some piece of work.
She'll be good. But she'll also let them know, like, this is
So
a
your
learning.
policy limit was $3,500. Is that
Yes.
is that
Learn
correct?
from
Okay. Where is the car now?
The car?
It's not an answer. Where is the car now?
This is a
in front of my
everybody.
yard.
Okay, so you have it.
Yes.
And this incident took place on May the 1st.
Yes.
Why is it still at your house?
Because I plan on getting another one and rebuilding it.
So you plan on
Really?
using it?
Have you learned
I'm
nothing,
using it for
sir?
parts because I can't do anything else with it.
Or you plan on using it for parts, whatever it is. Do you have a photograph of it?
Yes, I
Now,
do.
I'd like to take a look at it.
There's a couple more.
But it is good. Flipping stuff can be good. You can get good money out of flipping stuff.
Oh, gee
Houses,
whiz.
cars included. Oh, whoa.
Yeah,
That looked
there's
bad.
no way you can use this car. Why don't you just
Right.
scrap it?
Well, because I was
Right.
planning on, if I took
Using
her
it
to
for
court
parts?
and wanted some money, I was going to try to buy another one, rebuild it, use some of the parts off of that one, and
Makes sense.
try to get my car back. You know, that's just, I mean, it's a big loss for me.
She is about tired of him.
What am I do? I mean, that's all. Only way I can see I can get back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Valuing
it
the car
sucks,
at $10,000, which is $9,000 what you put into the car. I have no idea what you paid for it. You got $3,500. I'm awarding you a judgment, sir, of $6,500 against the defendant.
Oh.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of
I mean, he won, but he didn't win.
We're finished here. I would have taken
At
your
least he got
license
something
away.
back.
This court is adjourned.
She only worth him 65. But at least he got something.
Running from someone chasing me for my life. It was self-defense.
That she was being chased by some girls, that they stole some hair or something like that. And I was like, well, where are they? We didn't see anybody there. If they were chasing you, why didn't they stop and come and get you? Why didn't you crash? Because that was their time to get you if they were going to get you.
Honestly, I didn't see anybody chasing her in the video.
Turned down the street as we. So
That's
it
what
is
you
what it is.
But then she mentioned it to the judge.
True,
But
win's
then
a
mentioned it to
win.
the police, and she said
I'll
it to
take
me
it.
because I was wondering why you were going so fast down a narrow street with a bump on it. And that's what she said, that some girls were chasing her over some hair.
I am still driving, but not that
They're
big.
chasing her over some hair.
It's time to get a new one.
Trying to get a new
You know, common
stylist.
sense is a great indicator of truth. And I think that if the defendant's story was true, that she was being chased and harassed by these two hairdressers, you have your phone in your car. You laid it out perfectly. That you make a quick 911. You call them and you say, oh my God, these crazy people are chasing me.
Crazy. What did she do?
Or none of it ever happened.
That's what I want to
Or
know.
when you finally cause an accident like that and your car is severely damaged and there's nobody
Right.
chasing you,
Yeah.
you stop to wait for the police.
Right,
And when the
'cause I
police
didn't see
finally come,
anybody
she was
chasing
looking to boot out of there. You say these
Yeah,
women
that's
were
what I-
chasing me. I know who they were.
Yeah.
You would create a police report.
Yep.
Just a
Right.
whole lot of who shot John.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable to me that people can make up interesting stories. In 2022, she had one hairdresser appointment. She had
Very
another-
intricate.
Very.
They thought
very
that because it was
nobody
so
has any
far
proof.
back that
Yeah.
people wouldn't know
They
the
never do.
truth.
Sometimes they do.
I didn't
but
see
not
anybody chasing
in
her. Did you,
fish
brother?
tales like this.
I really did not.
So you moved in with your aunt and uncle,
I was told that I was using them.
and it was a heated argument.
I had to contact the police to get my things.
That is not true.
I lost my dad, so I never really got to have a connection with them. So this was an opportunity to really be a part of their life.
This is
That's
Judy
so
Justice.
funny. Yeah, for sure.
Kaylee Kovleski is suing her aunt, Brenda LaFountain, for personal belongings after moving out of Brenda's house.
Court come to order. All rise.
Must have been drunk or something.
Have a seat, please.
Case number 3024, Lukoski versus Fountain.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You were in the military?
Yes, ma'am.
And when did
Thank
you
you
get
for
out
your
of the
service.
military?
December 14th, ma'am.
December 14th of 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
At that time, you had no job, you had no place to live, and the defendant is your aunt.
Yes, ma'am.
I assume you called her and asked her if you could live with her?
No, ma'am. My mom refused to pick me up from the Appleton airport.
And?
My aunt, Brenda, was the only option at the time.
Just
that
a second.
had
My
place open.
question to you is, she would have to know that you needed a place to live. The question is designed to elicit an answer. Did you call her or did she call you?
I called my mom and my mother called my Aunt Kelly, which is Brenda's sister, and worked it out with Brenda that I would stay with her.
I didn't ask you about staying with. When did you first have a conversation with your aunt?
The day she picked me up from the
What
airport.
date?
December 15th.
She picked you up from the airport. Had you had any conversation with her prior to her getting to the airport? How you would be arriving, what time, where to pick you up, where you would meet? Did you have any conversation either by text or on the phone?
No, ma'am, I did not have a cell phone.
So you had no
Okay, that's kind of weird.
conversation with her?
No, ma'am.
Okay. December 15th, she picked you up, got into the car, and
We went back to her house with my Aunt Kelly.
No, that's so unreliable. I need a for sure yes or no. Like, be at this place and meet me at this time, you know. What if something happens, you know? Like,
Kelly and Brenda, and I moved there.
well, tell me how that happened. You're a big girl.
get you a little burner phone or something. Not a burner phone, I'm sorry. That's the wrong word. Get you a little phone or something. Go to like Cricket and get like a $25 phone. They're so cheap nowadays.
Tell me how that happened.
Yes, ma'am. I got back from the airport. They picked me up. We went back to her house. We figured everything out.
Not figured everything out. Not figured everything out. You said to her, she said to you, somebody said, you don't have a place to live. Could I live with you? I want to hear that.
Yes, ma'am. They said I could stay
Not
rent-free.
Not they.
Brenda said I could stay rent-free.
Well, how did she know you didn't have a place to live? Did you tell her you had no money and no place to live?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, that's what I want to know.
Yes, ma'am.
When did that conversation take place?
The night after picking me up at the airport on December 15th.
So where did you sleep that night?
At Brenda's house.
Okay. And had you ever lived with your aunt before?
No, ma'am.
So you moved in with your aunt and uncle, and they agreed that you could stay there until you got on your feet.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there's nothing wrong with you, right?
No, ma'am.
What city and state do you live in?
I live in New Holstein, Wisconsin.
Okay. And
I
so you
live
moved
there
in
as well.
December.
No, just kidding,
Lots
I
of
don't.
temporary jobs around
but
Christmas.
not
Did you get a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you doing?
I was putting together molds for birdseed.
How much were you paid?
I was paid around $17 an hour.
How long did that job last?
2 months, ma'am.
From January to February?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you pay any expenses to your aunt and uncle while you were working in January and February?
No, ma'am.
What date did you move out?
March 20th, ma'am.
Where were you working in March?
I was a guest service member. I would tend to customers with, as in like a cashier and
how much were you making there?
$16.50, ma'am.
How much money did you put away during this period of time, January, February, and March, where you were working and not paying any rent?
I had about $500 in my bank. I did get in a really bad car accident, and in that time period, so
Which time period?
I got into a car accident in late February.
Whose car?
My car.
When did you buy a car?
This was before boot camp, ma'am.
So you had a car. You had to get the car from someplace. Where did you leave the car when you went into the armed services?
Stevens Point, Wisconsin, where I was born.
At whose house?
My friend that I was staying with before boot camp.
So you were in a car accident sometime in February.
Yes, ma'am.
And so no payments to your aunt in January, February, or March. And tell me about when they asked you to leave.
It was an argument. I calmly sat down and I was told that I was, quote unquote, a burden and using them. And it was a very heated argument on that I do nothing around the house while, I was living there. And I refused to put up with that because I did do a fair share amount while they were using my information to get heat assistance and food stamps. And so it's not like I didn't provide them any help. They had help through the state.
Well, that's not you helping them.
No, ma'am.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you. So you left.
Yes.
And it was a heated argument. And that argument took place on what date?
That argument took place, if I remember correctly, on March 18th.
And you left March 20th.
Yes, ma'am.
So on March 20th, you decided to leave.
Yes.
Great. And you packed all your stuff.
No, ma'am.
Well, you should have, because that's what this case is about. You should have. If you decided to leave on March 18th after living with your aunt and uncle on their dime for 3 months, and you decided to leave after a heated argument, according to you, on March 18th, you should have packed all your underwear.
It was different for me. When I was in between houses, like I had to leave some stuff behind at one of my old houses, my original house, because I hadn't had like my own place yet. So I had to leave stuff at my mom's house and my little brother's house. But when I moved from my friend's house, I got everything out of there, But like you'd think it'd be fine to leave stuff with family, they never toss stuff off. They never toss stuff out. But it depends on your family, if they're chill with that. My sister, I could leave stuff in her house for a long time. She won't care. They've been there for years, so they don't touch nothing neither. Or you just got families that are just really mean, like my old roommate. I'm sorry, but like when I was between moving, right, I put some of my stuff in one of the rooms, right, and I told him don't touch it. I'll be back for it, like in 2 months or so. Tell me why this boy, for the first time, decided to start cleaning, and he ended up throwing out my cosplay outfits. I was freaking mad, bro. It's like sometimes you just got to be careful with who you leave this stuff with. The family could be problems too. They can be troublesome too. And I feel bad for her. Storage units are very reliable too. If she had put her stuff in a storage unit, it wouldn't have happened. Exactly, just uncalled for. He was mad because I was leaving because he was irresponsible with rent money, and this is another tea time. But basically, when I'd moved out of there because the landlords came knocking on our door, right? Because there was unpaid rent, and I'm like, "What do you mean? I paid my half of the rent." And my roommate goes, "You're all caught up, but I'm not." I'm like, "Why didn't you tell me?" He goes, "Other things were important. Food was important." I'm like, "Bro, no. First thing, rent comes first before your car payments. I'm sorry." Like, I don't know. Is that just like personal preference? Because he had to pay for like his car note or his rent, so he chose to pay for the car note. I'm like, bro, you can work stuff out with car companies. Yeah, grandmas are the best. Right. And he's like, you just toss my stuff out. I know there's no way I would do that. I spent $700 on those costumes, man. They're like real handful outfits too. $200 a piece, and I had like 6 of them. It was like a whole cosplay wardrobe. Cause I used to do like cosplay, like Lolita cosplay, Japanese cosplay, Victorian. I don't know if you ever go on the cosplays, but they're really fun. They're all over the country. You can find them. So.
Left, not leave a few things with tags on it.
Yes, ma'am.
You should say to your aunt and your uncle, "Thank you very much for taking care of me for 3 months," not sue them.
I never got to really know my aunt that much,
really
so I
expensive,
wanted
probably.
to have space after the argument to try to like decompress because I don't.
I haven't been to a convention in a couple years. You gotta have money for those. Go in with like a friend or something. Find you a friend group that will go in with you. Split the hotel costs or something. But yeah, I had to set up for a good year each time I wanted to go to one. So, but yeah,
Don't do well with.
What do you mean? What do you
confrontation.
mean? Just a second. What do you mean you don't know your aunt too well?
I lost my dad, so I never really got to have a connection with them. I lived in Stevens Point with my
that's
mom, and so this was an opportunity to really like live with my aunt and be a part of their life.
Okay, I'm not going to get into your history because I see that you're getting too emotional. That's not going to happen. What I'm suggesting to you is, especially if it's someone that you don't have a connection with, who did you a kindness and it unfortunately didn't work out. Your response to that is not suing them for some alleged underwear that you left behind when you had time to pack all your stuff. Did you still have a car, or was it totaled in the February
I
accident?
did not have a car anymore.
Okay, so who picked you up from your aunt and uncle's house?
My best friend Emily did.
I could say from each time I've moved, I've accidentally left stuff behind or accidentally tossed out stuff too.
Okay.
It was March 18th. I slept over for 2 days and made the final decision to move out on the 20th. I have the text
Just a sec.
messages here.
So you slept at your friend's house March 18th and March 19th,
Yes, ma'am.
and you brought clothes with you.
Yes, ma'am, a week's worth.
And March 20th, you decided to move out completely.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. And you went back to the house?
Yes, and all the doors were locked.
That is not true.
Shh. Did you ultimately go into the house?
No, ma'am.
You never went back into the house after March 18th?
No, ma'am.
Well, then what did you go there for on March 20th?
I had to contact the police to get my things, which they packed up. They refused to let me in the house. And
That's
then I
okay.
went back into the
That's
house
okay.
March 20th to pick up my belongings
Oh.
that were set outside.
Okay, well, that's fine. You took the important stuff with you because you were going for a week, so anything valuable you
Yes,
took with you. Okay, let's get to your counterclaim. Your counterclaim is you claim that your niece damaged the house while she...
Now, I just want to say this. They do have every right to throw out her stuff if they've given her enough notice. Like, you have these many days to come pick up your stuff. And if you don't pick it up in that amount of time, we're going to toss your stuff. I've seen a lot of Judge Judy cases like that, and surprisingly enough, they were fine. Like, they won because they gave you a time limit. You didn't honor the time limit, and so you got your stuff tossed. But yeah, that's why I say just put your stuff in like a storage unit. They're very cheap, and they're monthly, aren't they?
She was living there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Show me. Show me.
I have many pictures and an estimate for the damages of the.
You sure about this? You sure about you want me to see this?
Yes, please.
Okay, good.
Right, they'll just sit on the curb for you.
Kaylee Kovleski
Oh,
claims
yeah.
her aunt, Brenda LaFountain, is wrongfully keeping her belongings. Brenda is
When you said they'll just sit on the curb for you, that reminded me of a couple of eviction cases I saw. Well, we should watch those too. They just sit all your stuff out on the street, bro. That's so embarrassing. They don't care if it's raining. They just throw all your shit out on the street. They're like, we come here just to clear the house out. Oh, please, Lord, let me never go through anything like that. But that's what happens when you don't pay your bills for months on it. Like, I've been late behind on my bills before, but never like 2-3 months. You gotta let them know what's going on. I said, some people, they just don't pay them at all. Just some months I've, like for Christmas, right before like the holidays or whatever, right? I'll get short on funds, so I'll call my card company, be like, hey, not the card company, like the bank, more like the credit union, or like, hey, I was a little behind on my car note because Christmas was this month, and I need to buy some presents. But I can pay you. I get paid weekly, so I can pay you a little something from each check. And they're very kind about it. They understand life happens, but you got to communicate with people. And never get so behind bait that you're not paying anything, even if it's like $150. Like my note is like $290, so sometimes I'll be like $150. They'll be totally cool with that. Yeah, they have the right to do so. But like, you got to be responsible and communicate, and never be just not paying nothing. Take care of your bills.
countersuing Kaylee for property damage.
Okay, what I see here is a mess. I don't know what this is. What is this?
That is a burn from a candle on top of a new dresser.
Of a dresser.
Nightstand.
I assume this is you showing me that she left a bowl of food on here.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. Not nice, but I'm getting to know it. I'm getting to understand it. And this?
Similar.
I mean, was that the same day? Was that March 18th? Was it March 20th? Or did you go?
March 20th, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I finally moved into where I'm staying. Everything is unpacked, and I realize that I'm missing over 40 Victoria's Secret pennies. What is that?
Underwear, Your Honor.
Pennies?
Panties.
And that I don't have 90% of my regular underwear, so I will be over
Pennies,
tomorrow
like
to
what?
grab those.
Yes.
That was on April 9th.
I have the text messages before that.
I don't care
Why
about
is she
the
always
text
raising her
messages
voice?
before that. You
Girl,
moved
calm
out
down.
on March 20th, and you're sending her something on April 9th that you finally unpacked, and you
Why
realized
is it
you're
more
missing
sexy
underwear.
underwear?
Yes, because they packed up my stuff on March 20th, Your Honor.
Yeah,
and
this was April
I
9th.
realized that I was missing my stuff.
On when? On
March
April 9th.
When I finally had the opportunity to go through my things fully.
Okay, well, I'm sorry about that. Okay, the only thing I want to show you, aside from the
still
mess
has-
and the food mess, the
Let me
only
stop.
picture that I want to show you is this, and I want you to tell me how this
Oh,
happened.
these look cute. Let me keep them.
Your Honor, did you get to the closet?
Yeah, I don't care about the closets.
That's something I would never buy second
I want you to tell me how that happened.
So this is a
panties.
rabbit hide, Your Honor. It's a real rabbit
Not
hide.
the rabbit hide. I'm not talking
Yes.
about the rabbit hide. I'm talking about what
There
happened
was
under the
heat
rabbit hide.
applied to it, so the bottom of the hide, that's what it is.
How did that happen?
You have a wax melter for
Okay,
scent
so-
that they gave to me.
So you burned something on that. It got too hot, and the bottom of whatever that skin is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that was you.
Yes, ma'am.
How much is it going to cost to refinish the top of that? Do you have an estimate for that?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, that's too bad. Your claim is dismissed. You should say thank you to your aunt and uncle, and you left the house pretty messy when you left there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're done.
This court is adjourned.
Girl, you can always
It is
replace
what it
the
is.
panties.
She
Like,
did
it's not
notice
big
that
of a deal.
Kaylee's room was a disastrous mess.
I was given a place to stay by my aunt, and that was nice of her, but
Who is
she's just
Victoria,
not
and
a
why
good
does she have so
person.
many
She was an entitled brat,
I don't know.
and we were not going to play into that.
I'm just ready to move forward. That's, yeah.
I wish her the
is
best in her
She's a
endeavors.
mistress. And she knows
I
how
knew
to
there had to
no,
be
let me
more
stop.
to the story there when the
Am I
plaintiff
crossing the
said,
line? I'm
first,
sorry.
right off the bat, that her mother refused to pick her up from boot camp. That sounds unusual to someone who hears it, so I knew there had to be
Right.
more there, but I felt bad for the
With that part right there, like, she probably didn't know, let her mom know in enough time that she probably didn't let her mom know it enough time that she was off or whatever. Just irresponsible, kind of.
this aunt and uncle. It seemed like they were, again, no good deed goes unpunished. They took her in and they had a kerfuffle, as you would say. You know, they didn't get along. She was a little messy.
Not a little messy.
She didn't learn that at boot camp, but they didn't mesh well. And maybe it wasn't the relationship the plaintiff was hoping that she would
was kidding,
find
Bubba,
or
I swear.
uncover, you know, in her new family.
Sounds to me as if she took advantage of
Like
them.
she's a
The
bit.
condition
Who
of that
knows?
room.
I didn't see all the photos that you saw. I saw portions of
Nobody
them.
knows
The
Victoria's
condition of that
Secret.
room was deplorable, really deplorable. And food in there, and old food, dry.
This is the how to keep your husband interested secret. They do have a lot of nice stuff there. I do like to buy their perfume.
up food, you know, and this.
And the best part about them is they do have a high-end stuff, but they also have like affordable stuff for us poor people. Some of my best perfumes have come from there.
Is their home.
I'd have to be very comfortable with my closest aunt and uncle to
Yeah.
even eat in the bedroom. So I agree with that point.
I don't even allow Poppy to eat in the bedroom.
So that's fair.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they did something that they thought was good, and it turned out to be really bad.
Not good.
And shouldn't discourage people from wanting to help them.
help.
But gratitude
Right.
is a good word. Yeah, suing is not. They're
Usually show
complaining that
gratitude
they
for our own
got some
family,
T-shirts,
not
but
family.
you didn't send them
Advantage of
half of the ones that they ordered.
There were a lot of changing designs that took up our time, that took up our money, that we didn't charge him for. That is not our fault. We don't make the design. I don't know if that makes sense.
That sounds like a yada, yada, yada.
This is Judy Justice. Bailiff Cassandra Britt is standing in for Bailiff
Ooh.
Kevin Roscoe. And Law Clerk
wonder where
Alexi
he went.
Mincer is sitting in for Law Clerk Sarah Rose.
Lexi, that's a weird name. You don't.
Isaiah Kamchan and Brandon Uloa are suing
Yeah.
their former supplier,
Bubba, I don't really know
Manuel
either.
Garcia, for the cost of a T-shirt order.
Order in the court.
T-shirt order.
All rise.
T-shirt order. Sweet.
Have a seat, please.
Case number 3072, Cam Chan.
People be suing for everything.
Garcia.
Thank you. Who
Please
is
tell me this was
Mr.
at least
Kamchan?
like thousands of dollars.
You were starting up a business, T-shirt business.
Oh,
The
whoa,
defendant was also
9,000.
in business. He makes
Merchandise.
shirts. I assume you were having them made to sell them either online or at events.
Correct.
You don't have a store, is that right?
Online store.
Online. What's the name of your company?
Risen Athletics.
Reason?
Risen.
Risen. Spell it.
RIZIN space athletics.
And where are they incorporated?
Ceres, California.
In the state of California.
In the state of California.
And it's a corporation.
Cali.
You have a license. You've incorporated it
Correct.
here.
There's a website, about 9 items of clothing.
May I see it, please? Make it go.
Oh, okay.
Could you go back to, okay, I just want to see where they order them from. Great. And what's the name of your company, sir?
MFP Studios?
MFP Studios.
Correct.
Where are you located?
Los Angeles.
How long have you been in business, Mr. Kamchan?
About a year and a half.
Did you make any money the first year you were in business?
Yes.
How much?
Approximately 10,000, a little over.
Nice. In that first year, did you get any merchandise from Mr. Garcia?
We did.
So you made some money from the merchandise?
Not from his clothing, actually.
Not from his. What other company do you deal with?
We did wholesaling through Champion, the website.
Champion is a wholesaler? I thought they were a retailer.
So they have a website where you can wholesale and buy a bunch of garments that they allow you to reprint on and sell. So that's what we did originally.
That's interesting.
I found an Instagram page for MFP Studios. The website is coming soon.
I have the website currently closed right now.
Currently closed.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah, our website opens and closes like periodically. So right now it's actually closed. But if you would like, I can go and open it for you guys. So you guys
What's
can take a look
that
at
website opens
I
and
don't know why
closes?
it closes, Mr. Garcia.
it.
What does
Just-
that mean?
So usually
Right.
the way that my company works is that we do custom manufacturing for specific brands. So it's very customized. But at times I do produce blanks on my own where I'll put on my website. Currently we don't have any, so my website is closed until we produce them and then we post them on our website. I don't know if that makes sense.
Doesn't make sense.
No.
How much money did the plaintiffs send you to produce T-shirts for them?
Okay, like a website never closes down. I mean, we've seen like Balenciaga, all those, they never close down their website. Either stuff goes out of stock or it's sold out. It never like closes down. That just tells me like something shady's going on. They're ripping people off and they're trying to like break off the trail or something. That's just shady to me.
How much money
For
did
the
the
t-shirts,
How much money did the
It sounds like an auction
plaintiffs
house. Yeah, you're right.
send you to produce T-shirts for them? And I'd like to see the order.
okay.
Can I
So
see all the
these
papers?
Would be the invoices.
Oh my gosh. When people come to court with just one piece of paper, I'm just like, are you even taking this seriously? Look at that. He had the post-it notes. Like I'm done.
T-shirts.
Thank you.
Wow.
Did they pay all of these invoices?
Yes.
Lex, would you add up these invoices for me, please? How many T-shirts were they supposed to have?
Total should have been approximately 320.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
How many did they receive? That's what this case is about.
Correct. They should have received at least 180.
So about half.
Correct.
It's not true.
Just a second.
All right.
And you got paid.
Correct.
Well, at least for that number of shirts, they get their money back, right?
They-
Duh. For the number of T-shirts that you didn't send them, they get their money back.
Well, there was a couple other things that were taking into place. So that's
Like
kind of
what?
where the issue. So there was a lot of changes that were being made.
Hold on a second. Lexi.
7996.
7996 is the total of all those invoices. Great. All I'm saying to you, Mr. Garcia, this is the case that we hear about. They're complaining that they got some T-shirts, but they were not what they ordered. You acknowledge that they didn't get half the T-shirts at all, and you didn't make them, and your website is now offline.
Well, that happens like every.
I don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't care. I don't know any other company that takes their website offline. I mean, I don't
Same.
understand that.
I could give you a list of a couple.
I don't want you to give me a list of any. I want you to tell me why they're not entitled to at least half their money back.
So like I was stating, there was a bunch of other changes. So them not being happy with the garments that they received, that at the end of the day, I can't
their
control.
brothers.
That is what they've ordered. I sent them pictures. I have.
I'm talking about the ones that they didn't receive, sir, not the ones that they did.
Okay.
They were not happy, which they will tell me about the half that they received. You acknowledge that you didn't send them half of the ones that they ordered.
Correct.
Well, why should they pay for those? That's what I'm asking you to answer.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to explain. So there
Well,
was.
try to explain it to me so that Alexi understands it. He's much smarter than I am.
So when it comes down to custom manufacturing, there's a lot of other components that come into place. There were a lot of changing designs. There was a lot of remaking of screens for us to get the design onto the T-shirt that we had to do, that took up our time, that took up our money, that we didn't charge him for. So that's kind of where everything in terms of like the money goes to, is what we're saying. It's like, okay, if you're going to be making all these changes and then you're not happy with it, if you can see, I have pictures of me sending them a print of the T-shirt and them saying, oh, the print looks different. At the end of the day, we don't work on the designs. We don't change their designs. Whatever they send us is what we put on the T-shirt. If it doesn't come right on the T-shirt,
you just said you don't work on the
design. We don't make
designs.
the design.
That sounds like a yada, yada, yada.
Isaiah Kamchan and Brandon Uloa claim their former supplier, Manuel Garcia, did not properly fulfill their T-shirt order and owes them a refund.
Let me see if I can give you the Reader's Digest of what he was saying and tell me if that's what you understood. Would you do that for me? They ordered 320 T-shirts. For all intents and purposes, and because of our easy math, he sent them half. They paid for 320. What he's saying is because they kept making changes, they spent more time on the half that they got. So they didn't feel that they had to send them the other half. Is that what you're getting?
Yes.
That's a duh. Do you understand? That's a duh. You know, I'm trying to think of an analogous situation for you. I'm a dentist's daughter, and I know that sometimes in my father's business, somebody would come in and he'd look at a tooth and he'd say, you know what? It's a simple filling, you know, and I'm going to charge so much. And then he started to work. The patient said, okay, you know, that's a reasonable figure. And he started to work. And all of a sudden he found, well, there was a little something else in there that he really had to do in order to do what he said he could do for $20. Mm-hmm. And so it took him more time. You think he charged the patient for that? No, he didn't. So you at least owe them half of what they sent you. They sent you $8,000. Let's make it nice and easy because I'm an easy girl. And you didn't send them half the T-shirts. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to talk about the T-shirts that you did send them. Because are we finished with the ones that you didn't?
Yep.
Yep. Now we're going to go to the ones that they did send. And you have to show me why they were unsatisfactory. Pick it up.
Perfect. So this is the sample that we received from him. So like the way samples work is he'll send us the clothing. We'll A-OK it. So we A-OK this. This is a large, by the way. Everything's perfect. Everything's great.
Okay, good.
So let me show you the XL and the small.
So this right here I'm holding is an XL.
Mm-hmm.
The difference. And you want to see another thing?
Smaller.
This is what I'm holding is a small. We ordered 4 small sizes: small, medium, large, and XL.
Hold on. Can I see the smalls?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Oh, so sorry. So sorry. Here you go.
Hey, sure, just walk right up. It look nice. The shirts look nice.
Well, this could be a small, a big small, but small. Can I see the extra small, please?
Extra large.
Extra large?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like an extra large.
They're the same size.
Especially not
the small and
men's.
extra large, if you hold them up together, they're exactly the same size.
Lexi, hold these up together, would you please? Let me see.
Like, bro.
He said they're the same size.
Let's try.
I don't think so. Could I?
They look
One
very
certainly
similar
would look good
to me.
But not a small and an extra large.
They look too close in size.
Okay. Now, this is what I'd like you to do, Cassandra. I want you to send these over to the defendant, and I'd like him to explain to me why
they both the same.
These are the same size. One is labeled small, one is labeled extra large. This has nothing to do with a change of design. This has to do with almost math, which.
See, this is what happens. Like, you have buyers that are serious buyers, you know, and you have sellers that are, what's the word? Players. Just playing in your face, bro.
As we all know, is not my strong suit.
Right, like how they
So
even
now
messed
give
it
me
up.
an explanation, sir. This has nothing to do with changing of the
The fact that his website closes down tells us all we need to know. Like, what does that even mean, sir?
design. That has to do with two T-shirts that are exactly the same. One says small, one says extra large. Explain it.
This is a very simple fix, so there was just an issue with the tag.
I've heard enough.
Just a second. That's what you sent them.
Yeah, that's
Just a
exactly
second.
my explanation. No, well, this is for the actual.
No, it ain't no
garment.
no,
What
sir.
I was referring to was the print on the design.
No,
This
no,
is
no.
the-
I'm talking about the actual garment. Did you
Correct.
send that to them?
I did send
Just
it.
a second. You sent that to them with the label that was mislabeled.
Correct.
Okay. How many of the mislabeled T-shirts did you send them?
It's a very common mistake in manufacturing. I'm not sure. They didn't give me a number.
It's common in like China and like Temu, but it makes sense there because they have Asian sizing. So if you order a 3XL, it's going to be a large in American sizing, and that is completely expected. Of course, for someone who doesn't know about the Asian sizing, that's not expected. But since I've been ordering off of Temu and AliExpress and Wish for years, decades, I know exactly what to expect. And I know to size up by 2 to 3 sizes. But here in America, that's just not cool. He knew better.
Number of how many?
How many?
Exactly 73.
You see, what the problem, Mr. Garcia, is they can't sell those online because if somebody calls and orders a small and they send them a small, it's an extra large. Or if somebody calls and orders an extra large and they get it and it's got a small.
And that could be easily fixed by just changing
Who
the tag.
cares?
Yeah.
You know, my face can be easily fixed.
Both
Not so easily anymore.
These are all just fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, they can all be fixed.
Yeah.
When it happens, it doesn't always like have to be sent out.
Yada, 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 yada. Okay, so half you didn't send them, and 73 you sent them wrong. Of the other half, 73 you sent
Labeled
them wrong.
Correct.
You sent them wrong that they can't resell as you sent them online. I mean, they could send them to a pop-up store and sell them for nothing.
Or
and
donate
say,
them.
you know, you try it on and see whether it fits you. But you can't sell them online. Otherwise, their business would be destroyed. Okay, what about the rest? Now we're finished with the sizes.
He has claimed to sent us over 180 shirts. That's incorrect. He sent us 123 exactly.
Do you have any proof that you sent them 180 shirts?
Hold on. Where's my little thing?
I had them in text messages, but I don't have that phone. But I mean, I'm sure
I
that
mean, everybody that has no case has no phone.
I mean, I have
Mr. Garcia, everybody that
proof
has
that I
no
sent them
proof,
pictures, yes, I have
everyone
photos.
then show it
problem
to
is
me
popping
that
up
you
again.
sent them 180 shirts.
Well, I don't have all 180 in the picture. I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to count them, but
You want me to count them? You're in
necessarily.
business. Mr. Garcia.
Oh, yes.
you want to show it?
No.
So
You're in
unprofessional,
business,
dude.
sir. That's not the way you run a business. 120.
Exactly.
They sent, and of the 120, how many were you able to sell?
Out of the 120.
Just a second. And out of the 120, does that include the 73 that were wrong size?
Yeah.
Oh, that includes.
So
the
we're
70
left with only 50 that weren't labeled incorrectly.
How many
Oh, wow.
shirts did he send you that you were able to sell
0. We sold none of the shirts.
because they were mislabeled or you didn't
Mislabeled
get
or
them?
misprinted and didn't get them.
Great. Do you have any text
Yeah, they definitely
messages
get their
between
money
the
back.
two of you?
So many.
Anything in specific?
I'd like you to show me one where you say to him, we cannot sell these shirts, they're the wrong
Also,
size.
We'll show you the demand letter. So we sent him a demand letter, hoping that he'd still like try to solve it outside of court, but he never replied to
He
it.
wouldn't
and
do
just
it.
Never sent us
So
anything.
here it'd be us telling him that the items received were not as promised, and the other side would be the lawsuit issue.
I like
You
his
say in this
earring.
demand letter that you are requesting, first of all, he doesn't communicate with you when you send him information back and forth. So you say, sir,
course
since you do
not.
not wish to communicate us, here's an official demand letter.
Yes.
You say that you paid him $15,986.
Dang,
Correct.
15,000.
Well, that's not what your lawsuit is here.
Okay, I'm just gonna say something like a word of advice for people that want to buy stuff from different stores or whatever, especially if it's online, you know. Order a test of that, like order 1 or 2 in each size. Don't order like $15,000 worth of stuff, because this could happen to you. If I'm ordering in bulk though, but I believe I'm not gonna be ordering it online. I'll go to like an actual store or something. Do some more research. Order from like an actual website. Just like no. They ordered 300 of it too.
Isaiah Kamchan and Brandon Uloa have accused
300
their
of each
former
item.
supplier, Manuel Garcia,
Each
of
size.
owing them a refund after sending the wrong T-shirts.
Okay, did he send you any T-shirts?
No T-shirts.
So how much did you pay him?
All in all, minus the setup fees that we're also suing for, it is exactly.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I want to know where the $15,986 comes from.
So in this order, we did order 320 pairs of shirts, but we also ordered 240 pairs of shorts that we're not suing for.
Why?
He fulfilled that.
He fulfilled the short section.
He filled the short
Yeah,
section.
fulfilled the shorts.
Is that what's on your website for sale?
Yes.
Yes.
The shorts.
The
Correct.
shorts.
The shorts. So it's just the
shirts,
T-shirts.
yeah.
Shirts.
So you did fulfill the order for the shorts.
Correct.
Do you have a pair of those shorts for me to see? I would just like to take a look at them.
No.
We did not because we weren't aware. We weren't suing for those.
No, I understand that. Did he get the shorts with the same screening as on those, or are they different?
Different screen.
Different design.
So different setup fees, different screens. We paid for that. We're not.
I got 10 more minutes and I
We have
gotta go
invoices for them
for
though.
my appointment.
Shorts.
Of course, there were shorts on their
18
website.
degrees outside.
Right?
I'm not looking forward to having to go there.
Are they blue?
Right there.
Yeah,
Blue,
they're
red,
blue,
and black.
red, and black.
Blue, red, and black. And they just have a little design on
Yeah,
it.
correct.
These are
Okay.
all invoices, but if you want to show a specific,
And they were okay.
they're gonna.
Yeah.
When I
they're-
come back, I'll jump back on.
Okay.
Okay. Well, they're on your website, so you're selling them.
Yeah. So that's gonna be shorts for prints, and we also.
Pick
The
up where we left
T-shirts are not
off.
on their website, correct?
There are some.
Can I see?
There are two. One T-shirt.
Yeah, that's not it.
One T-shirt down.
And that's not
Those
it.
are nice.
Okay. So those are not on the website.
And,
Got it.
And one other, but that's also.
That's not it. That's certainly not those T-shirts, not the same screen.
Something missing in there is the invoice for the shorts material. We did bring. We are suing for the screens
This
in
one is
that. That's
almost
the only reason
over.
that invoice is here, because he charged us for owning of screens and films that he told us we had to pay for that we owned and we never received as well.
Screens and
Yeah. So when
Tell me, explain that to me.
So when making clothing, you pay for garments and then you have to pay for screens and film. So screens is like these big metal square frames, and then you put a
Did
film
you
on
pay
it.
for those?
Yes.
We did, which are in those invoices.
Really? You got paid for
The only
those?
invoice we're missing is our shorts.
Did you receive those screens?
Well, I made them, so yeah, I had them.
Did you charge them?
Yes, I did charge them for them.
And where are they?
We don't turn in the screen, so so the way that screen printing works is that when you burn screen, you hold them for only 2 months. You don't store them for months and months on end. So after 2 months, if they're not being used, if we're not printing with them, we recycle them. The
How much
film,
it-
I mean, the films is just a piece of paper that I do have handy. So
He told us that we own them and we can receive them whenever we want them for future references. So that's why we had asked for the.
So you destroy them?
correct.
Okay. So there we get to the $9,000. Actually, $9,100. Are you, Mr. Garcia, is your company incorporated in California? I forgot the answer to that question. Is not an answer.
No, I mean, I'm self-employed.
You're self-employed. You have a
Sorry.
company, you said.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a company, then you have to be incorporated.
Well, I have like an LLC. Is that what you're referring to?
Or an LLC. Do you have an
I
LLC?
do have an LLC, yes.
Do you have what's the name of it?
MFP Studios.
Do you find that registered in the state of California? Is it registered, sir?
It shouldn't, yeah, but it probably won't be under that name. It would be under All Hills.
Under what?
All Hills. So
Under what?
I have the paperwork. I don't know. I mean, doing business as MFP Studios. Why? That's just the way that I was set up. So that when I got an LLC, it was through one of my business partners at first. So then he just gave
How
me
many
that.
business partners do you have?
I just have one.
Who is
Well, he's
that?
not even a business partner. He just gave me that LLC so I could use it.
Great.
Yeah.
We're finished here. You haven't used
Hey,
his
let's move on.
services. I can't say company. You haven't used his services since
No.
2022.
Correct.
Not even a question.
Got it. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $9,100. We're finished.
Thank you, Your
Case
Honor.
is now
Thank you.
closed. Court is adjourned.
All right, I gotta call it quits now.
She sided with them, and I mean, I just got to keep doing my business and just keep going, man.
I like that she was able to see that he was clearly taking advantage of us.
Of course
so
she sided
I'm
with
happy
them.
she saw the same thing we saw.
It's just something
We all
that
sided
happens
with
in
them.
this business. It happens more often than you think. Overseas, there's a bunch of cases. I don't know if she's familiar
It
with
didn't seem like you were overseas, though. You were like right in another state or whatever.
the business, or I'm not sure. I know that
He's coming up with too many excuses, though. Like, this is not supposed to happen. Never.
it happens often. It was an easy fix. They could have still sold the shirts, but I just think I don't know, they just didn't want to do it.
Why would he bother sending these knowing we never agreed on it?
If you've really been in the business, there's ways to do
He's
it
so
where
wrong,
you
bro.
can sell it and make your money back to where you have a good relationship with your manufacturer.
Never tried working with us. Like, he would barely even respond. Like, he actually stopped even communicating with me because I threatened to sue him once. So then he started communicating with him.
But if, you come and you're just, I want a full refund, it's going to be very hard to even fix the issue versus just, it's more of a fix the issue thing than
He's talking too much.
get everything done all over again.
But we tried our best for a whole year and nothing was
They did good, though.
happening. So that's when we're like, you know what? We can't let somebody walk all over us like this because it's our company.
Exactly.
It's going to be detrimental if we wait even longer because it was past a year. So that's when we decided
Right.
The constant change.
I feel like there's like what's the word? Statute of limitations on like being able to sue people. So you gotta do it like right away.
Changes. They weren't comprehending with my time schedules in terms of how I did things, and it didn't work out. They're also a long distance client. My clients usually come into my warehouse. We're more hands on, so I don't think it's a good fit.
Definitely take.
If you weren't equipped to take care of them, dude, you should have said that. Like you should have said that. I prefer my clients to be in state or whatever, or in country or whatever.
Baby steps, live and learn. You're gonna fall a little bit. It's just how you get back up.
A big lesson learned, for sure.
Hold on one
Rise to the
second.
occasion. That's what we always say. We'll be back better than ever.
I gotta go.
My biggest
Ford Dental is calling me right now. So bye. I'll talk to you later, Bubba, okay? Bye. Hello. This is she. Sure, I just took up my screen so I can be over there shortly. I gotta get out the house, and walk over there. See you later. Yeah, they can actually see me.